All right, welcome to the weekly analysis. This is January the 14th. Selena. Salinas.
Yes.
So you Salinas.
Oh, okay. I didn't have time to do the I didn't have time to do the analysis of last week's order blocks. I apologize. Um off the rip. But this week there are a lot of order blocks to choose from. And give me 1 second. I will share.
New Year, new me.
Is that Sean?
Happy New Year. So,
Whatever, man. I'm telling you, I'm getting there. There's a lot going on in life.
You're gonna make this money, y'all. My New Year's resolution
Hey,
is not do these order blocks.
whatever. All right, so I'm gonna share my screen. Let me know when you see my screen.
We see your phone.
Hold on.
You on your phone,
You see
Selena?
my screen now? Yes, I'm on my phone.
Selena can make.
Y'all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So these are all the order blocks for this week. All the JPY pairs. There are a ton of JPY player order blocks this week. AUD, CJ, Chef JPY, Euro Chef, bullish, Euro GBP, one of Todd's list favorite pairs, bullish. Like I said, all the JPY pairs, Euro JPY, Euro NZD, Euro USD, GJ, GU, NJ, NZD USD, USDJ, and gold. So these are all the order blocks this week. So based on this and based on what we just discussed in the previous call, JPYs are probably for the win. And that's all I got.
Well, thank you, Selena. Thank you.
I will go back and do the analysis. You make me feel bad. I'll go back and do it and post it.
I didn't know I made you feel bad for not doing your job, you know? All right. All right. All right. All right. Yeah, I personally think that you can't go wrong with the JPY pairs. I think if you're looking for easy money, that you're going to get them when these JPY pairs buy back up. I don't think that it matters which one you trade, you know. I have GJ marked up because I plan on trading GJ. But I think you can do this for any. Yeah, the last order block was silver. You can do this for any of the JPY pairs. But just make sure that your plan, you know, that you have a plan for your entry and, you know, your exit and all that good stuff. Okay. I think what we can kind of deduct from the market is that the euro is getting stronger and the dollar's getting weaker. We had several European, like euro pairs with bullish order blocks, Euro NZD. This bullish order block is right around the moving averages. I don't know if you guys plan on trading this, but it's a lot of wick action, you know, in EN. So I'm not really interested in trading this. I'm not saying that y'all can't do it, but I'd rather just trade the JPY. It's not wicky, you know, it's kind of self-explanatory. Now, when I say that, you know, we'll probably get a 500 pip move from Euro NZD this week. So if you're going to trade it, I would probably wait until it gives me good confirmation that's gonna bust through this area that it's wicked out at for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. And you know, it had a few weeks in between too, but this area, it hasn't broken this area in a long time. It came back through here in October, and now it failed to break November, 2 weeks in November, then it failed to break all last month. So, you know, once price breaks this area, then it's probably a better trading opportunity. But if you guys have plans on taking that Euro NZD, just kind of expect maybe for it to be a little bit bumpy. Since we know the dollar is going down, I think we talked about the US 30, you know, like all these indices. The NASDAQ, the US 30, SMC 500. I think all of those are winners if you're looking to take those trades to the top side. Even though these aren't, there isn't an order block on here, I think there's a great trading opportunity. All you have to do is fib the candle. Man, does this even have a wick on it? Because if it doesn't have a wick on it, I shouldn't really fib it. Oh, it has a very, very slight wick on it. So if you want to trade one of the indices, it's the same thing. So expect price to pull back, and then we can look for it to push higher, right? I would probably look for it to push into this weekly order block. It'd probably have a little turbulence in this area. What I didn't look at was the news. We were fortunate to have a light week. Let me see what this news looks like. Oh yeah, Governor Bailey speaks for the Bank of England on Monday. The British pound has news on Tuesday. I don't know what these WEF meetings are, but those are finance ministers from 90 countries. World Economic Forum. Okay. So if you're trading on Tuesday all day, they're having the World Economic Forum. Maybe somebody says something that's reckless, you know. Hopefully not, but maybe somebody does say something that's reckless. We got
all week.
What's it? No, that's just that's all day on, I guess, on this Tuesday. Is it all week?
All week. Sure is.
Oh yeah, okay, wow. So
Yeah.
hopefully nobody says anything reckless that
Yeah.
comes out of that, you know. So I'm not gonna be scared about it. I'm just gonna trade my JPY pairs with hopefully nobody says anything crazy. Canadian CPI is also on Tuesday. Then the JPYs will have a monetary statement by Tuesday afternoon. So hopefully our TPs will be smashed by then. All right, GBP has CPI on Wednesday. USD has PPI on Wednesday. AUD has unemployment reports. Okay, so looks like
Sorry, on
it's a
Monday,
fair,
did the markets move
huh?
from what I'm day?
Well, I mean, just because it's a US holiday doesn't mean anything for the rest of the world. The rest of the world don't care about MLK. Yeah, I'm still trading my USD JPY. Actually, I'm trading GJ, but I don't think it'll be an issue because USD, the US banks are closed. It's not like we trading. We're not trading that pair, or I'm not. Are you guys trading? Are y'all trading the dollar? Anybody? See, that's only you, Leandra.
No, I was just asking. That's for
No.
US purposes.
Oh, US 30, you mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's what I was
no,
for.
the US 30 was just for you, if you're gonna trade the indices next week, not necessarily for Monday.
Gotcha. Thank you.
I would suggest that you do like I do and trade GJ or AJ. I mean, to me, those are very easy moves that are set up, and they're gonna pay you a lot of money. So why would you go trade something else? Gold is gonna draw back too. I mean, gold had a great move last week, man. Did anybody catch gold last week? Dang. Hey, TT, what are you trading? I kind of don't want to. I want somebody else to break this down.
You said what?
I said, what are you trading?
I'm probably gonna do the odd JPY.
Can you break it down for us? Are you at a computer?
Not exactly,
Oh my God. So anybody else? Angie?
but I can talk
Um,
about the breakdown.
well, I just kind of want somebody to take us through it. Angie, can I put you on the spot? I know you have an understanding. What I need from you is understanding. Anybody? Leash? Feli?
Alicia, why I gotta put you on this spot?
Come on, y'all. I mean, why not, man? I mean, this is year 8 for y'all.
Not year 8.
I'm just trying to expedite the learning here.
Yeah.
Essence. One of y'all.
Down. So you gotta try. You gotta wait and for the setup first, like you said.
Well, obviously, but like what I really
To
want
do it,
somebody,
Todd, I just need 2 seconds. I can walk through it. You give me 2 seconds.
okay, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen because I need to see it on somebody else's screen.
Hold on 1
I
second.
know how to mark my little area of interest.
Take one for the regional crew. But we ain't been doing this forever either.
Well, I mean, that's all the more reason why I mean, don't you want to break down your stuff and be confident about it?
Sure thing.
Mhm.
I don't understand. I thought we was on
That's
here.
my fault. I'm in the middle of traveling, so I'm sorry.
No, I mean, that's cool. That's cool.
It's fine.
Yeah. I mean,
We in this together,
it's
baby.
not,
We
yeah,
got
it's
it
like
together.
everybody should be able to do it. I'm just trying to get everybody involved,
Yeah, for sure.
New things in 2023.
I'll do the second one, so you know.
Oh shoot, girl, you should have said you could have done the first one.
No, I need to take screenshots for my reviews. So once I've done that, I can clear my charts for a fresh week.
Okay. Can y'all hear me or am I staticky?
You've got feedback.
Echo.
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. And you can trade whatever trade that you're gonna take, you know, you can break it down for us. That would be awesome.
Okay, I haven't decided which pair I'm gonna take, but
Okay.
since you mentioned AJ, I'll go ahead and break down AJ.
Did I
And I
break,
haven't did, huh?
did I break it down already?
Did you break down AJ? I thought you said you wanted me to break it down.
I'm asking if I broke it down. I don't.
You
I don't
did in the
Oh.
first half. You did in the first half.
Okay, well, I can do another one.
do something.
I'll
do
do
a different one.
I'll do NJ. All right, so weekly bearish order block. So you want me to just go through my process of breaking it down, Todd?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, all right. Let me delete some stuff here. All right, so this is a weekly bearish order block. So for me, I'm going to automatically just mark up, if my computer will let me move, mark up my bearish order block. One second, y'all, my thing is sticking. I get my mouse. Okay. So I'm gonna mark up my bearish order block here. Then after I mark up my bearish order block, there's a few things that I do. First thing, I'm going to fib my order block.
You're gonna fib your weekly candles.
Be my weekly candle, sorry. And then I go ahead and I mark up my zones. For me, it's so I can see them on every time period. And it just makes it easier for me. So my 50, my 618. And then I also do for me.
Linda, can you I think I missed where you fib this.
I think Selena's
Oh, your
fib is
fib
off.
jacked up. Something
Is
is
my
jacked.
fib is off?
Yeah, I don't see your 0. You have it marked at the 38 as the bottom of that.
Hold
handle.
on. Now so let me hold on. I may have messed up my fib.
Hey,
Hold on.
the fib is all chewed up.
Hold on now. What's going on?
You're on the horizontal line, not the.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
It's
Hold on.
okay.
All right. So my 0, 618, 1276. What am I missing, y'all?
Well, that would be impossible for us to know off the top of our head. I just know when I look at that fib, the numbers is wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. I hadn't done anything. Hold on. I haven't done anything to my fib, and I just did class Wednesday. So
Let me see something.
I think you're missing the 0.7 between the 0.618 and the 0.78. Right?
here's my 0.7.
That 0.78, there should be a 0.7 as well. At least mine has it.
That's correct.
Selena, I'm gonna send you a screenshot.
But I'm saying, like, what could be off? Like,
Maybe it's just the way you place it. I don't know. I can just look at those numbers and there's something that's just not right about that fib measurement. What pair is that?
NJ, but that don't have nothing to do with the fib. It's something, if my fib is wrong.
I don't know.
Yeah,
look-
because
look-
this is saying 3.8 instead of 0. Why though?
Look at the thing I just sent you, the text.
It could be inverted too. You might have the inverted button on.
Yeah, maybe you do have the inverted. My golden zone is closer to the order block on NJ. Let me see where yours is.
Hold on.
The numbers are correct.
So what is it? 1-3. I don't have anything else marked. 1,
Are you looking at
2,
my
7.
text? Are you looking at my text?
Yes. Okay, so 1-3-8-2, 6-1-8-1, -2-7, 6-1-8. And I don't know why this is marked. Nor this. Then 2-3-6.5, 7-8-6, 1-6-8, 3-6. One, 2-7-2.
Wait, go back, Selena.
Okay, hold on.
Delete that.
Delete what?
That should be a negative one right there, that first block. Instead of a
That's
0.
what it is. That's what it is. Okay. 3-8-2, 1, -2-7, 6-1-8, 2-3-6. Okay, definitely somebody else should have did this today because I don't know why my fib is messed up, but I needed to know. I don't understand. It's still not right.
Cause you got the inverse. There's a, go to your settings. Scroll down so we can see the bottom of this. Background levels. Hold on. Go to coordinates.
I'm trying to understand what when you fib down,
Mm-hmm.
Go to visibility. 'Cause
the
it's coming out backwards.
where you're can you fib it again?
Hers is coming out upside down.
Like
Okay,
this
so
is supposed to be my 0. Something's not right.
where your cursor is, where your cursor was, is your 0.
Right.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So
Why is
something's
yours
up.
up? But yours is
You're going
completely upside down.
I don't
You're
know.
dragging it too far, Selena.
too far down.
But I don't see my 0.
It's not there. It's not on. It's not marked
That's
on
what
the.
I'm saying. So that's I don't see my 0.
Put
Don't
the
have
cursor at the bottom of Wick.
You don't have the 0 in your settings.
I'm saying, but that's what I'm saying. I don't know
But-
why it's not
But Selena,
there.
pull, you're making, all right, now pull that to the bottom wick of the red candle.
There
Is
you
that
go.
supposed to be my
Yeah.
0?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, this is stressing me out. I'm off my whole kilter now. All right, let me see if I can get my thoughts back together because I hate being discombobulated. Sorry.
Get your thoughts back together, Gary.
Yeah, because I don't do well with discombobulation or confusion. And I just confuse my whole self.
What is price supposed to do?
So I'm expecting price to
That's right.
retrace. Hold on, I have this alert here. All right, so I'm expecting price to retrace up to the golden zone. And then once it retraces up to the golden zone to sell back down. So the first things that I want to do, if I didn't have all this confusion in my life, I'm expecting it to go up here. So I will drop down to the 4 hour. And I'm gonna wait for a, so if you're doing the retracement, then I'm looking for a bullish order block on the 4-hour to buy up to the golden zone for it to retrace back down. If you're not waiting for if you're not doing a retracement, if you're waiting for the weekly move, like Todd was saying earlier, with this being
What are
my
you
order
doing?
block,
Leslie? We want to.
I am going to do the retracement. If I'm gonna get a I'm gonna wait for a bullish order block, and I am going to try to buy it up to the golden zone, maybe to this imbalance if it goes that far, but at least to the 618. It may go to the 78. And then after it goes there, I'm gonna let it buy until it buys no more. And then I'm going to look for a position to sell down.
Are you gonna mark your golden zone, or are you just gonna not mark it?
It's marked. I have 2 lines now. Here's my golden zone. The 618 and the 50 is right here. You don't see it?
Okay, so why don't you put your buy position tool? You know, technically that is a bullish order block at the bottom. You're not gonna.
Right, but
You're
I
not gonna.
remember
get-
you told us though to
But
be
listen,
careful of the previous week's
You're
order
right.
block.
You're not gonna get a new 4-hour bullish order block, is what I'm telling you.
Okay, got you.
But you can get one on a 15 minute. I wouldn't mark that one up. You're gonna put your position tool, just hit the right arrow on your keyboard to move the whole position tool over. No, the other right. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Okay, so you can wait for a 15-minute order block, or you're gonna see the hour, the first hour of the chart, the deal should move up, right? Like the candle in that first hour candle should press up, right?
Right.
And then it's gonna come back and put you in the trade, but it's probably gonna be somewhere in the middle of that green candle. That's what I would suspect.
In the middle of this one.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough.
Maybe it even double bottom. I don't know. But the point is, how many pips is it? Up to.
139.
So hopefully you'll be savvy enough to get 2 entries, right? And get what you need. So do you do the 2 entry thing?
Yes. So what I do is, and I tried to do that on, I think this was on NJ last week. But what I do is when I go down to the 15-minute, well, what I do on Sundays, if I'm doing this retracement, I go to the 1 hour. But you saying wait for the 15-minute because we have a bullish order block on the 4-hour. So I will go to
Listen,
the 15-minute.
you can get your 1 hour entry. I mean, however you do it is how you do it. What I'm
Well,
saying
I
is,
go to the 1 hour.
okay, that's cool. Go to the 1 hour.
And then if I get that bullish order block on the 1 hour, and then I'll continue to buy it up until it gets to the golden zone.
Okay, so
Once
if you get a bullish order block on the 1 hour and you get your first entry, how can you get a second entry off that same order block?
Of this 1 hour order block, go to the 15-minute.
15 minutes.
You're saying
how many time frames did you drop down?
5 minutes.
2. Drop down 2.
So from the hour, what is that?
5 minutes.
It's that simple. Don't overcomplicate a process that's already there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm trying
Hey,
to-
Todd,
Yes, sir.
on the 4-hour,
Uh-huh.
you see where the moving averages are?
Yep.
Why would we expect price to push through those before, they get below?
This is where your back testing plays out. What do you have down here anyway? You got a double bottom, right?
Yeah.
I mean, your your analysis is that price is gonna go back and tap in, right?
Yes.
All you have to do, if you don't trust it, is you can mark this on your chart, like mark a line right there where the moving averages are, Selena. I mean, we've done this before.
I marked my weekly ones. You want me to mark the 4-hour ones?
Yeah, just to show your brother how you can do it. No, I would use a trend line. I would definitely use a trend line. And I would mark them down the same, like I would just extend the moving average lines. It ain't going that direction, Selena. It ain't. Just draw it.
I don't know what you want me to do, Todd. I
Draw it
don't
the
know
way
what you want
direction
to do.
that it's going right now.
That's what I was just doing. You said it's not going down.
No, you drawing it over. It's going straighter down. Like bring the yeah. Okay. I mean, maybe not that gross, but you know, maybe not that sharp towards the price, but yeah. Now you can clone it and put the other one on the other one. That's about decent. So you can do it like this. Now drop back down there to the lower time frame where you were.
To the 5-minute?
Yep.
Hmm?
Yeah. So Terrence, to answer your question, if you do it like this, you'll know where price is, right? You'll know where your 4-hour moving averages are. So you can just keep your eye on price as it goes through those moving averages. You know what I'm saying? Does that make
Yeah.
sense?
Yeah, that make a lot of sense. But you're saying the double bottom and the fact that this is the retracement back up to the weekly order block that kind of overrides.
Well, it's confluence, right? I mean, you can still watch it as it passed, but it's confluence. I mean, you can wait until it breaks those moving averages, but you're giving up however many pips those are. How many pips is it to through those moving averages, Selena?
This one is 24. This one is 76.
So you know that's on you as a trader. If you got those many pips to give away. I'm not going to give away 76 pips if I know that we're pushing up. Structure at the end of the day, structure rules the day. And on this 5-minute chart, I can clearly see higher highs and higher lows. On the 15-minute, if you can see the structure on the 15-minute, same thing.
You don't think it's
Do I
coming
think
back?
do I think it's coming back?
I don't think.
I think it will definitely pull back before it goes up.
No,
Yeah.
no. No, I'm saying is based off of market structure
Uh-huh.
that it's probably just coming back to retest the initial break of structure of that last swing low
On the
of that
15
structure.
on the 15-minute?
It 15-minute, I think it was just the imbalance on I think it was the 1 hour she was on, or maybe the 4 hours she was on. I think it was a 4 hour.
Go to the
Yeah.
4.
Yeah, I don't.
So you're saying you think it's going to come back and retest where?
I think it's just gonna come fill the imbalance.
The imbalance where?
This
Uh-huh.
imbalance, this
Uh-huh.
one right here.
Well, I'm okay, and then come back and double bottom and go back up. That
And,
imbalance will probably be
and
filled
so
in
that's,
the first hour, but trust
think-
me, this is going to push back up to that golden zone. You see where it broke the low?
where it broke the low.
Yeah, go over, Slim. Go up and over. Oh, to the left. Go up,
Wait.
straight up, right there. That low right there. See how it broke that low?
Mhm.
That's where you're going to retest. That's the weekly order block.
No, because that's not the low. That the swing low is the low, the bottom low, and then the swing high is that top.
No, go to your weekly order block, please. Mark a line. You see where it's at? You see where the weekly order block is?
Mm-hmm. Bye, TT.
All right, TT.
ITC.
You're gonna get a retracement back up to that level.
Mm,
Shh.
okay. Okay.
If y'all don't, I mean, y'all don't have to take my word for it. Back test what you see. I mean, this is what we do every week. Just back test it. It's definitely going to push back up. You're not going to get a weekly candle that just, I mean, outside of news, you know, it can run if it was just news, but if there's no news, you're going to get a retracement. Come on. Milo. Come on. So, Selena,
Yes, sir.
Hey, I don't know why this feels different, but um, I mean, just based on the wick of the candle, I don't know if our order blocks are typically the wick of the short candle is as long as the body of the weekly candles. Does that make sense?
what,
But the order block,
you mean the
I'm
previous
sorry.
candle?
Yeah, that so you got your weekly candle that's red, and then you got the green candle next to it, but the wick is longer than the actual weekly candle. I don't think that, to me, that's not normal. It's not a typical order block. So if price,
Because you're not pulling back to any imbalance. That's what I mean. Well, not imbalance because there's no third candle. But I get what Terrence is saying. And usually price, well, I'm not gonna say usually because I can't say that for sure. But based off of when I'm looking at the 4 hour, to me, it's gonna keep running down till whatever's to the left, it's off the screen. Maybe on the
So further over there to the right.
if you mark that low right there where that, if you mark that low, that's to the left, right over the J, where the Japanese, where it says Japanese, that low, right?
Where it says Japanese. So you mean like
I got it. Give me 1
about
second.
so about 40 pips. No, not that Japanese, the actual word Japanese.
Wait a minute, and I can't, hold on, I can't see.
This
Okay,
low
not even
or
that. Okay.
this low? Which low?
Yeah, that
Japanese.
well, I was gonna say the one
Go ahead,
to the right, but that's fine. That's low. That's the lowest point.
Which low? Kim, I can't hear you. You breaking up.
No, that's the lowest point. That's good right there. I just think that pullback based on the 4 hour is gonna fill that imbalance and keep going to the downside.
And then go up.
And once it reaches, Selena, what is can you zoom out to the area that's close to price so I can see? Yeah, so yeah, and then go up. And why I'm saying that is because that little, yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think.
The little what?
No, I was just looking the way that I was teaching, showing them how once you have a break of structure, price pulls back. There's a little order block to the left.
This one
and which
or
is,
this one?
no, not that one, the small one, that the first one you touched.
The bullish order block?
The,
Okay.
because it broke that order. Now, it still needs to break the low, but I feel like it's going to pull back to fill the imbalance and continue to the downside.
So which imbalance are you referring to? The one at
The
82?
one that's close to price, right there at price, those 3 candles.
This imbalance right here?
Mm-hmm.
And then push lower.
Mhm.
I would be surprised if it just kept going, because what about the imbalance above that?
Well, I don't know what the overall market structure is. I mean, because that can come back and fill it later. But if it can come back and fill it later. That's my point. Because if it goes, yeah, that's
NJ is flatter than AJ.
I think I think you don't really care one way or the other, because once you start buying it, it's like a natural hedge anyway, right?
Yeah, I definitely don't care one way or the other. But the point is, you whether it buys coming out the box or if it sells down, you can't get in the trade until you get your confirmation, right? I like GJ a lot better, but it's still kind of similar, as far as the wick of the other candle, right? But I don't see price going and breaking below the previous week's wick and then retracing back up. I mean, I guess it could do that, but the way I've always seen it is it goes and taps in and keeps pushing further. Like the JPYs are definitely pushing down. So I know that the move down is going to happen. Maybe it pushes down before it retraces. Maybe it will do exactly what Kim says, she thinks it's going to do. But regardless of whether it does it first or not, that golden zone is going to have to be tapped into. So maybe it pushes down. How many pips is that, Kim? I mean, Selena?
Where?
Where Kim thinks it's going to push down to.
97 pips. Was that the area? Yeah, that's it. 97 pips.
So, yeah, maybe if it pushes down 97 pips or 100 pips, you should be able to get paid on that. But then it's going to come back, to the golden zone. So maybe you're, if you're just hell bent on buying it to the golden zone, then you don't trade the 97 pips down. Maybe you just wait. And if you just want to sell it down, then maybe you don't buy it back up first. You just wait until it sells down. I definitely think it'll get to that spot that Kim is talking about, but I think it's going to go up first to the golden zone and then push down. I don't see it just pushing down 97 pips first and then buying up. I mean, anything is possible. And this is really the reason why I appreciate, people like Kim or Alicia or whoever, whoever has a different opinion, because I would have never seen it selling 100 pips before it goes back up. But it can definitely happen, and that's where the strength of the group comes in. So either way, like just because you have expectations of it doing something doesn't mean that it's 100% going to happen. But if you think about it, you know, the way I look at it is on NJ, let me look at NJ, NZD, JPY on my computer.
I can stop sharing, Todd.
Okay, you have a bullish OB, right? It just created a bullish OB.
Yeah, on the 4 hour. Yeah.
Yeah, in my opinion, it broke that low directly to the side of it, right? On the 4 hour. Now on the lower time frames, it didn't, like, because those wicks on the left are a little bit lower than the wicks on this 4 hour, but the body, it definitely broke the body of those lows. So it needs to go back up and tap in before it pushes down. And the tap in point is going to be the lows just to the inside of this umbrella shape. All right, let me share my screen.
Okay.
I've definitely seen it sell too when the market open.
I just haven't seen the moving averages.
So you see how this is see how it broke this low?
Yeah.
And it broke this low. I would think that it needs to come back up and tap in, you know, to that level that it broke before it continues to push down. You know, it still has to play out, but this is exactly what I think is going to happen. I think the same thing with GJ. GJ didn't break the low, but we broke this low. We broke this low, so I think it needs to go back and tap in before it sells. I mean, yeah, before it continues to sell. And you know, I guess it remains to be seen on whether it breaks these lows here first, you know, and goes down to a different low before it buys back up, or if it just comes back and continues to push. You know, I can really see either way happening, you know, now that that Kim has brought that to my attention. But
Hey Todd, tell me this though. So when it gets ready to sell, like good, when the main move of the week is a sell.
Yep.
When that gets ready to happen, we should have a bearish order block on the 4 hour with the moving averages behind us.
It'll close below the moving average. You see how how it's up here, and this
that one right there.
The average.
We'll see that.
Yeah, you'll see it close below the moving average.
Yeah, I'm not good enough. I need to wait on that right there.
For sure.
I get screwed every time.
You say you get screwed every time when you try to buy it up?
Not every time I try to buy it up, but if I'm fighting with the moving averages, then yeah.
Yeah, you don't fight the moving average. I mean, the move is going to happen. You know, you just have to wait for it to happen. That's exactly what I mean by your expectations versus what the chart is telling you. You definitely need to wait until the chart shows what you want it to see, right? Like if I want to see a buy, I definitely have to wait until the chart shows that it's buying, right? There's a bullish OB here. I'll see what it looks like once the market opens, but chances are I'm hopping in earlier versus later, right? And if it changes directions at the moving average, then you know I can adjust fine. But you know, this already has 246 pips to travel. So you know, I just think that I'm going to see the move earlier versus later in the week. But again, you just have to be patient and wait for
What move, Todd, that you're waiting? You're seeing the buy move or the weekly
Hell
move?
yeah, the buy move. Listen, I've traded this strategy for a year.
No, you're missing. No, I'm I'm not questioning that. I'm saying, what do you think is happening later in the week? That's the part I just
Oh, the
missed.
sell move, the sell move.
Oh, right. Okay.
I mean, it's overall a sell. And
Yeah, I just missed what
think,
you said. That's
no,
all.
I think the question is whether it's gonna sell first, buy, and then sell. Is that what you're thinking, Kim? You think it's gonna sell first, buy, and then sell?
I think it's gonna, it's, because it's on the lower time frame, it is, market structure is bullish on the, what was it, the 15-minute or whatever?
Mhm.
But because the overall move is, the overall move is bearish,
Uh-huh.
like I don't think it's gonna go as far as you're saying right now. I think it's gonna sell first and then, because it's bearish, I'm looking for sales, right?
Right.
So I think it's gonna go fill that imbalance and then sell back down to that area and then buy back up probably to your,
So you don't
uh,
think this will close this imbalance? On
huh?
the, or you don't think it'll go retest the moving average on the daily?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that look would need to.
Yeah.
I definitely, I mean, when I look at this chart, I definitely think we need to pull back.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. Hey, Todd, I think the 1 hour, I could see myself getting in on the 1 hour chart. I can't see myself getting in on the 4 hour.
Because it already broke. Well, I mean, I get it, but you got to let it play out though. You know
Yeah,
what
I'm saying bullish, get the bullish, then come back, get the tap in, then drop down to the 5 minute, then get in. Like, yeah, I'm saying
exactly.
I could see that on the 1 hour. I can't see that on the 4 hour.
Well, but because the 4 hours not ready yet. This is what I mean by it. You know, this, you can't just buy it. You know, it's not ready. I mean, you could buy it, but it might take a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but even when we buy it, the moving averages ain't gonna be below it.
You don't know that, man. You don't know that.
Okay, you're right. I don't.
But even over here, there was a bullish order block here. Maybe you didn't buy it. It doesn't mean the price ain't going up. You know what I'm saying? It just, it wicked, then it broke, then it shot up. You know, I mean,
I see that. I see that too. You're right.
the thing is, you know that the retracement has to happen, right?
I guess what I'm trying to understand is I'm trying to understand your method because
Well, my method is simple. Like,
oh, listen.
all right,
You
go ahead.
told us to make sure the moving average is, you know, and are in a position to be an advantage to you with your order blocks. But these trades, these JPY pairs on the 4 hour chart, all the moving averages are working against us
Right now.
So, yeah, right now. So, but it doesn't sound like you're even saying, you know, wait until the moving averages are below it. You're saying that you could buy it regardless.
That's because you're asking me what I do.
That what I'm trying to say is I'm trying to understand when is then an exception
okay
to the moving average not side,
so,
and you have confidence it's gonna break.
I get you, but you're asking me for something that's impossible. So when you teach your kid how to ride a bike, you teach him with training wheels.
Right.
He's not going to be able to do everything you do on that bike.
Right.
He has to get used to the training wheels. At some point, he's comfortable without the training wheels, and then he can do some other things. Whenever I show you how to do this, I'm showing you how to guarantee your success at it, right? Like you won't get caught up in a hedge or whatever because those moving averages are on your side. That's not to say that you can't, that a more experienced person can't get in the trade up here because they understand that it's pushing down.
Understood. So
So
you just
what
see,
I know is every week that this goes back and taps in.
right,
So I'm taking the trade. I don't want to wait until it get way up here. You might, by the time you get your order block, it might be right here. You know what I'm saying?
right,
And there are lower time frame confirmations that you can look for, you know, like you saw on the 1 hour, right? It has to
right,
happen on the 15 minute before it happens on the 1 hour. It crossed the 15 minute way down here, right?
right,
Then you look
right,
at the 1 hour and it's just crossing. It
right.
crossed the retest. So as by the time it gets to the 4 hour, it's going to cross. It's just we don't know when.
Gotcha. So the moving averages and the order block working with you, those are really just the training wheels. It's not like a blanket rule forever.
Exactly. Those are the training wheels to keep you from taking bad trades, right? Now, since I've traded, like this is my strategy. I trade the price back to the order block every week. And what's the worst case scenario? Let's say I jump in here and it doesn't go all the way to the golden zone, right? Let's say it goes up 40 pips and it turns around on me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's why you don't care, but
I
I'll be
don't.
in trouble.
Well, yeah, I guess maybe, yeah, maybe you would, but I don't think you would be in trouble at this rate, at this stage of the game. I think you recognize, well, it's not going to go all the way up, it's going to sell, right? I don't think that that we're at the level that we don't understand which way the trade is happening, right? This is definitely a counter trend trade, trading it back to the order block. So you're always going to want to take the sell, you know, over the buy. I'm just taking the buy right here because I understand the price needs to go back to the order block to close imbalances, right?
Understood. I'm
And
tracking with
so we just broke this low, we didn't retrace. We broke this low, we got to retrace. Like, what other low do we need to break? This one. I mean, it's going to retrace and push down at some point. And normally that happens on the weekly. You know, we'll normally retrace on the weekly. So I'm definitely taking GJ is the one that I'm taking myself. But if you guys aren't comfortable doing it, then I would just wait for it to sell and just allow it to sell. And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you might miss your opportunity for 10% buying up, but it should be definitely opportunity for it to sell for 10%. Does that make sense?
Yep.
But yeah, I'm always gonna trade back to the order block. That's how I trade. I'm always gonna take that trade back to the order block. It's almost like it's free pips. If Leandra and Kim don't take the trade, then I mean it doesn't hurt them. You know, they want to take advantage of the sale. And here's another thing. I'm not just going to jump in for the buy, you know, as soon as the market opens. I'll have that first hour to see what price is telling me. So maybe in that first hour, maybe it pushes down 30 pips, or maybe it buys up 30 pips. At that point, it's going to come back to let you in the trade regardless, right? That's how it normally works. You normally get an impulse movement in one direction. It normally pulls back, you know, to close the imbalances that it created while we couldn't trade, and then the trade takes off.
Hey Todd,
Yes, sir.
I got one more question. So as far as the weekly order blocks is concerned, I mean, you've been doing this a lot longer. So with the wicks, it seems like this week the wicks are longer than the actual weekly candle, the current this past week's weekly candle. Is that pretty typical?
Well, I don't think that it's typical, but for me, if I'm just looking at candle anatomy, to me, this is a stronger reason to buy than it is to sell.
Would, why you say that?
But what do wicks mean? Exhaustion.
mean- True.
So if we go down to a lower time frame, let's say a 5-minute time frame, or even this 1 hour time frame, and you get a move like this, you get a low. This is a higher low. What does that mean?
Going up.
Okay, I mean, at the very root of market structure is higher highs and higher lows, right?
That's
So
a fact.
then you would expect for price to push up.
And that's another reason why I'm expecting price to push down, because if you're looking at higher highs and higher lows, because price is bearish. And if you look at the bigger picture, price.
What time frame can
Wait. I don't disagree with what Kim is saying, but even
No,
Kim,
no. If you go to the 4 hour, or you can go to the daily, either one.
okay, I will. I'm just gonna mark your high and low, right? This is
No, that's not the high I'm talking about. But go ahead.
let me go to the 4 hour.
Okay, so price.
High and
Right,
low.
if you looked where price dropped, pull back, created a low, pull back, created a lower high.
Right here.
So right, that's the low. It pulled back, created a lower high.
Right here.
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
And so now I'm expecting a lower low.
I agree with you, Kim. Now, have you ever heard of a complex pullback?
Yeah, and
Like, I know we're going lower, but what I'm saying is before we go lower, price can go anywhere in between here, right? Price can go anywhere in between here without breaking this high or this low. Is that correct?
but that wouldn't be my high. The high would be the previous swing high.
Okay.
But right across, from there.
Okay, so price, if
So
price,
anywhere
as long as
between.
price is fair game, right?
That's
what I'm saying. I'm just saying price is coming back here.
No, I believe it's coming back there at some point, but I just think
it's coming back right now.
I think it's gonna break that low before. No.
Hey, this is what it's gonna look like, Kim.
Nah, son.
Yeah, this is what it's gonna look like right here. There you go. And instead of you get your 97 pips right here, it's gonna be like.
So Ken, what are you trading it? You selling it off the top, get the 97 pips.
So because it's selling, I look for sales.
Well, of course.
I don't
listen. Look right here. Look right here for yourself. This is where I'm gonna look for the sales right here.
No, I think it's gonna sell before it gets there.
Okay. Well, I mean, maybe it will, but
and I'm not saying it's not gonna go there. I'm just saying I just think it's gonna sell a little more before pulling back to that area.
Oh,
that's just my thoughts.
You just want to see it break the lowest low before it pulls back.
When I look at even on a lower time frame, I need to see it break a swing high before I get in for a buy, which I did not see on.
That's cool. You don't have that's I'm not saying.
No, I'm just
like
explaining I'm explaining to Terrence what I need to see before I go in for a buy. So based off of.
So she's saying that she would have never.
What I'm saying is when you.
This week.
What I'm saying is a counter trend trade is not guaranteed to go.
Oh, we agree with that. I agree with that 1,000%. I agree with that. It's not guaranteed. I don't think any trade in the market is guaranteed either. But But I agree 100% of what you're saying. It
But it's
still
a
doesn't-
more high probability trade when it gets to, if I say, okay, I'm gonna just wait for it to get to my golden zone, then that's a more high probability trade because for the
100%.
sell.
You're exactly correct. But that is not the strategy that I made my 10% every week.
No, I get it. I
So
get it.
I agree with what you're saying. You don't take a counter trend trade. That's cool.
Mhm.
I don't either on the 5-minute chart, but because this is a weekly chart and there's 300 and some pips available, I only need 100 of them. So
And I don't want to say I don't take a counter trend trade because, but it has to make sense for me to
Right.
take the trade.
I'm with you, and I don't disagree with any of that. But in this case, this trade, if it goes to the golden zone, it's going to pay 216 pips. Let's say it just goes 50. I'm cool with that. I'm cool with taking those 50, and I'll sell it to get the other 250 pips or whatever. I don't mind that. I think I explained that in that 2-hour video, right? The whole point in me buying this to sell it is for the hedge purposes of it, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the meantime, if I get my percentage, what I need, I don't even have to sell it if I don't want to. But
Mm-hmm.
this is just a hedge. And I mean, Pips of Persia talks about it. Most professionals are going to they're going to buy it to sell it, or they're going to sell it to buy it because it gives them the advantage. Like, we know that this is a overall bearish move. And this weekly order block is telling us that it's going to keep pushing down. But all I'm saying is the first move is probably going to retrace from this whole week of downward push. And then it'll push down, however long it needs to continue. Like with this setup, once it gets here, my first TP will be the bottom of this wick. And then I would look to trade it down to the bottom of this wick. But eventually it's going to take both of those lows. All I'm saying is, per the strategy that I trade, I'm buying it up first, and then I'm going to sell it, to wherever it's going to go. And I mean, we've done this. It's a ridiculous accuracy rate. I don't know. Selena, do you know the accuracy rate on these trades?
And I think it's only fair to just let everybody know. I don't know who's on the call. I think most of the people are aware. I do see some names that I probably haven't seen before, that I don't hedge and Todd does. So that's the difference between the two of us.
Yeah,
Our trading styles.
hedging definitely gives you like a second life on a trade I did. But I mean, if you're not, listen, if you don't counter trade, or if that's not something.
Selena said 95% accuracy.
Yeah. So these order blocks carry about a 95% accuracy rate that we've traded, that we've done ourselves as this group. And that's why I trade the way I trade. If you're telling me I can trade this with a 95% accuracy rate, then I'm right every time. And I do it the same way every time because it's the way I understand that it works.
Hey Todd, if it's 95% accurate, why you think I'm so bent on catching the retracement instead of just waiting on the actual move?
Well, I think that it's patience. Like I think that because it's still new, right? It's still new to you, that you're impatient. Like I think that once you played quarterback at the collegiate level, right? Most people, I don't know how you felt the first game when you went in to play, but there's going to be some nerves involved, right? Like people run a little bit faster, they hit a little bit harder. Maybe they're more athletic than they were in your high school, right? So there has to be an adjustment period.
Of course, it takes a while for it to slow down.
Yeah, to the game speed. And it's the same with the trades. Like, just because we're talking about this move, we're going to go into the market anticipating you're going to anticipate seeing this happen. And once it starts,
Todd,
it might be like paint drying. Yeah, yeah.
can I add something to it, Terrence? Because you know, y'all, Terrence is my brother. So I just wanted to say, Terrence, I think a lot of, like you're saying, the order blocks, they have a 95% accuracy rate. I think for me and you, like we're chasing the retracement a lot of times to go ahead and get those pips and be done. I don't know how often we really rate for the move for the week on most occasions. I may be wrong.
Yeah,
But-
I'm already emotionally spent and 3% in the
Right.
hole by the time that happens.
Right. So maybe like we know the order blocks work. So I know me, and this something I have to work on. I want to get my pips on Sunday if I can. But we know the order blocks work. It's just like Todd say, the patience of waiting for that weekly move, which most of the time, now I don't know the percentage on this, that would be Todd. The weekly move usually don't happen till Tuesday night at 9 o'clock.
Right, but I really don't want to put a day on it because sometimes
Right.
Thursday, sometimes it'll be on Wednesday. But you just have to wait on it. And the way to do that is, see how I have my position marked up. Maybe you just put an alert right here, right? You go in and add an alert, and then once it happens, your alert comes across your phone saying sell it, and then you go to your chart and you see where price is at. The only thing about this, sometimes if it doesn't retrace all the way to your zone, if it does what Kim thinks it's going to do, maybe it just gives you a little bit of move up and it continues to sell down. Now you miss that sale if you're not paying attention. So maybe you put another alert maybe at the bottom of this candle in case it just starts selling prematurely, right? But the point is, you're biased for your move. So you should be watching that whatever pair that you plan on trading, because you're anticipating, whatever move it's going to make. Does that make sense?
Can I
Yeah, that
add
makes
something for Terrence? So for me, when I first started kind of implementing the whole weekly order block thing, I wasn't experienced enough. Like I didn't have enough experience on the charts to get in on that retracement. So I would just paper trade the retracement until I got the skills to catch it going up. And then I would wait for that weekly move and get in on that. So I had to practice a little bit in order to get on that retracement, because it's funny because we're all going back and forth about like, oh, it's going to sweep the lows first. No, it's going to do this first. And actually it's going to do one of those things, because there's going to be manipulation that's going to be happening before. And that's kind of what retracements are meant to do. They're meant to be able to shake people out of the market and also give the institutions the best price. So the manipulation and the consolidation that's going to happen on the retracement is going to be completely different than how it's going to look when it gets to the zone that it's going to retrace to and then pull that weekly move. So for me, I had to practice that retracement first before I started trading it. So I would just paper trade the retracement, and then I would wait until it got to the weekly zone, the golden zone, the OTE, and then I would trade the actual move. So I had to practice first, because like you're saying, once you're emotionally spent, it's hard to recover. And if you don't know how to stop yourself, then you're going to create other bad habits as well. So that's what I would say on the retracement, because they are kind of harder to get in and they have a different form of consolidation as well.
I think that was
Thank-
eloquently put. Kim brings up a very good point about counter trend trading. This is definitely counter trend, and the only reason why that I'm very comfortable taking part in this is because we're talking, most of the time when we take these trades, we're talking about like over 100 pips. So if it breaks down on you, right, if it doesn't retrace back to the level that we're thinking it is, there's plenty of time for me to recover. which is why I hedge and I push hedging so much. Hedging keeps you relatively safe. Whereas most people will lose a trade, you don't lose a trade. You're just in a hedge. And it gives you an opportunity to allow the next order block to close or whatever, in order for you to decide what direction you want to take the trade. So,
And I want to, if I can add, I know that trading did not make sense to me until and this is just for me, because I know that a counter trend trade is an advanced trader. I feel like it's an advanced trader move. Now I get you're with you teaching the weekly order blocks, but I feel like for somebody who is just learning to trade, right? Like somebody just almost brand new to trading, counter trend trading will mess you up. Like, because it's going to meander, you're going to see more drawdown than you are in the blue, right? So, and that's what mess people, that's the psychology part of it, right? It's going to mess you up if you just keep seeing red, 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 and then you're going to jump out the trade if you never think that the move is going to go in the blue. So I think for somebody that's a beginner, and let me just speak for myself, as somebody who was really trying to learn how to trade, it just made more sense to me and was less stressful when I just traded the trend at that moment. If that makes sense.
it does. It makes perfect sense.
Sorry.
I think if you counter trend trade on this weekly order block, I don't think you should be in the red if you wait to get in the trade when it starts moving. I think if you take your order blocks, 4 hour, 15 minute, 1 hour, 5 minute, whatever, and you trade based on those blocks, I mean, the trade is going to go in your direction. It's going to go pretty much immediately. I think most of the time when I trade like this, by Monday afternoon, the trade is done. A lot of times by sometime on London session, the trade is done, and I'm up. I've made my 10%. I break it down in detail in that 2-hour video, and I think it's very important that people watch and understand that video, because I don't think I leave anything out, or anything up to imagination.
What's the 2-hour video name?
What is it, Dan? The best 2-hour video I've made.
I don't think it's called that.
Maybe
It's about, we'll put it in the chat for you. Don't know who's.
Thank you.
I think it's called like make 10% every week or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe. Okay.
Rose, what did you mean by paper trade? Do you mean demo? What do you mean by that?
When I
Well-
say paper trade, I just mean like plotting it out on trading view, like not taking a trade. You're just plotting it out.
Okay, like just watching the markets kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay. But yeah, I'll just like to say my little 2 pence, because I think Kim and Rose was like spot on to Terrence's response. Like, you definitely, a counter trend trading is for advance. I can't lie, I've been burnt so many times doing a counter trend trade and going like for the full, 100 pips, 150 pips, and it's just burnt me so bad that I just don't. I'm not saying I don't do it anymore, because I'm more cautious when I counter trend trade now. But I'd rather just wait to trade the trend, because once I've back tested and I've seen that, okay, well, I've used up all my account on this counter trend trade, and then later on in the week, the trade has gone in the direction that I predicted it to go at the start of the week, I'm banging my head against the wall.
Mhm.
So It's all about, you know, back testing and looking at the trades that you've taken and thinking, do I want to take this trade again? Because once you know it's going to do you wrong, why would you keep on going back to doing that same thing over and over again? So yeah, I just agree with what the lady said, that it's good to back test, and, you know, obviously Todd's right, you know, Kim's right as well, in the way that they trade, they make money, but it's what's suitable for you. And yeah, I'll just say that you got to find what's suitable for you. Like I said, I counter trend trade, but I do it on a lower time frame. I'm in and out of the market, so I'm not holding. But that's very rarely if I see a setup that I want to take, but I'd rather trade the trend. Easier.
Mhm. Yeah, and another thing is, I don't know if Terrence hedges or not, but I don't hedge. So it's like I had to build up some like tolerance to the retracements, because there are times if you don't hedge where you're going to get stopped out, and that doesn't mean you're trading wrong, because there's so much manipulation that happens. You just have to have the stomach to be able to take one loss, and then it goes a little bit lower and you get more pips. So then you're going to make that money back and more anyways. So it's like, sometimes you do get stopped out, but that doesn't mean you're necessarily doing it wrong. Like, as long as you have the same checklist that you're checking off every time to enter, like, just keep going until you get it, you know?
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
Somebody in Maine hit the Mega Million, y'all.
Todd's so crazy. Hey, thank y'all. Thank y'all.
Adam.
for the input.
Oh, go
So,
ahead, Sam.
Wow. I mean, I feel like we've got so much off our chest. Hey, my strategy is probably not for everybody. But the only reason I felt compelled to share it is because, you know, it's really changed my life. So everybody is going to have to, you know, eventually decide how they want to trade, right? And how they can make money and make it make sense. And, you know, Kim has found a strategy that works for her, just like I've found a strategy that works for me. And, you know, Rose the same way, TT the same way, you know, like everybody is going to have to come up with a system that they find a great deal of comfort with, and that they can be successful with. And it might not be my system, or, you know, what works for me. I don't have a problem with holding my trades. You know, some people can't hold trades. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with either one. It's nothing wrong with me holding, and there's nothing wrong with somebody else who doesn't hold. I think that the key thing is to understand what it is we're trying to achieve, right? It doesn't matter what direction the trade is going, in my opinion. If I have 100 pips a room, it's a good trade for me. You know, I'm gonna jump in here and take my 100 pips if I see it available, and especially on these weekly order blocks. I think that gives me the advantage, because if it turns around in the middle, then I just sell, you know, and I'll still collect my 100 pips going down. So I don't feel like that I'm at risk, or I'm putting anything at risk by doing that. But Kim is exactly correct. You know, everybody should understand that this is a counter trend move, and you know that we're not guaranteed anything, you know, on these moves. It's just, this is a strategy that you know that's worked, and I've been successful in trading, and that's available out there for you guys to trade. And even though we have a bias for what's going to happen, we still have to allow it to play out on the charts. Do we have any questions?
Thanks, Coach.
So GJ is your favorite pair, Todd?
That's GJ gonna give me my 10% this week. And I prefer that GJ gives it up early, you know.
Oh my gosh, I just have deja vu. GJ did 756 pips last week.
Yeah, that's crazy.
On the buy up, did 200 pips. On the sell down, it did 556 pips.
Just like this, guys.
Overall, for the week, it did, well, on the weekly candle, it did 560 pips. But that is, yeah.
Yeah,
And
I mean, it was just incredible. The movement was incredible last week. And that's why it's another reason why I feel like here's the buy up and here's the sell down. We broke this low. I'm confident, or I'm comfortable buying it back up this retracement, right? And if it buys up to this blue line, that's 246 pips. That's plenty for me to get my 10%. Did we get that video? Did you drop that video, Leandra?
Yes, sir.
Thank you very much.
Todd, that's one video that shouldn't be pinned.
What's that?
Because you probably should get pinned that video.
Pin it. Oh, an education photo.
Yeah, because it's such a good video.
Yeah, I'll look at doing that when we get finished.
All right, y'all good peoples. Keep working at it. I'm gonna figure it out eventually.
Yeah. Most
How does-
definitely. We're
You
gonna
will.
get it.
How does
We're
this
all
look?
gonna get it.
It's
How
gonna
does
click.
this looking at this week?
Say again?
Sorry, I was asking Todd, is this the main pair? So GJ, is it AJ?
Yeah. And then, you know, if I need other trade ideas, I'll look at probably GU or EU, one of the USD pairs, because they're supposed to go up against the dollar.
What's that? GU?
EU. You know, I might.
And GJ.
Yeah, we'll have to look at what's going on during the week, but gold and silver are also bullish.
Did anybody know how to do the count on the, or is it just me, on the silver and the gold? I'll Google it. Don't worry about it. I should have been Googled it.
No, that's a good question.
Because you know, risk management is everything for me. So I can't put it in if I don't understand what I'm doing. But thanks, Todd. I appreciate y'all. Y'all have a great week. I gotta go. Thank you.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, everyone. Bye.